guys, I'm Nina, and I'm Randa, and I'm Chef AJ, and today we're going to be making food. I apologize if my breath smells like
I smell nothing.
No, because one time she had that pasta and I smelled her breath, I was like, holy shit. And that's why I'm single. Alright,
because you're a Virgo and you're picky.
Hey guys, I'm Nina. And I'm Randa. And we have a special guest for you guys today, Chef AJ!
Hey!
Your fave! What are we going to be making today?
Alright, so your fans were so nice when I was on your show before, and they asked for some particular recipes, so I'm going to deliver. The first one's a smoky butternut bisque.
Ooh.
Super easy.
You think it's good every time of year?
I think so, because why I chose this one is because you can literally get butternut squash now frozen all year round. And that's what I'm using are the frozen bags, because it's just easier than peeling it and cutting it and things like that. So I'm using my Instant Pot electric pressure cooker. I've got 3 cups of water in the insert. You could use broth if you like.
Yeah.
I'm lazy, and it's not that I don't care about the environment, but I care about my time more, like we discussed, and it's just so much easier to buy onions already chopped up, you know what I mean? So I'm just
That's what we were smelling, not your breath.
Yeah, no, it wasn't your breath.
It's not my breath, thank goodness.
So these are from Trader Joe's, but if you want to get onion yourself, just, you know, it's about 3 cups of onion, okay? 2 pounds of butternut squash. This is frozen. You can use fresh, but it's so much easier to use frozen. I'm using 4 pear halves, or the equivalent of 2 ripe pears. These are actually jarred pears in their own juice.
Yummy.
But you could use fresh if they're ripe. Peel them. 6 cloves of garlic. Boom.
Wow, pear. That'll be like
sweet. It's going to give it some sweetness. And I do this with all my soups and chilies. I make my spices up in advance. It's already measured out. 1/4 cup of gluten-free oats. Yeah, please smell it.
Ooh.
We got 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, the best brand you can afford. 1/2 tablespoon of something that is called Benson's Table Tasties. Just a salt-free seasoning. Yep. And a 1/4 cup of oats and 1/8 of a teaspoon of chipotle powder.
Wow.
And I put everything in, and it's so easy. The only thing that's not in here is a little bit of plant milk. We're going to use unsweetened oat milk because we don't want to cook with the plant milk. We don't want to pressure cook. We're going to add that at the end. And we're going to press the manual button, 6 minutes on. After it came up to pressure, it took only 6 minutes to cook, and you can see we have this lovely, beautiful, delicious smelling soup, which we're going to have to blend now. But first we're going to add 1 cup of non-dairy milk of choice. We're using oat milk. And then this really cool tool called an immersion blender, because it's just easier than putting it in a blender. I like to garnish it with things like arugula. It's really good with rice in it, you know, rice or wild rice or even quinoa, but a little bit of grain to make it even heartier.
It's very festive.
Ooh, it's a good holiday soup too. But I eat it all year round, really.
I love it.
Thank you.
It's great. So good.
Thank you.
I love how easy it is too. All you do is
really
throw it in the pot.
Yeah. It's awesome how easy it was, but it tastes so flavorful.
Right.
And I feel like because we so simply, and then we go to something that you make, like it
like,
tastes
wow.
really, really good. And it's still simple though. That's
It's very easy and it's delicious and healthy, like you guys.
Yay! On to the next recipe. What are we making next, Chef
We
AJ?
are making apple pie rice pudding.
Oh, yum.
It could be a dessert. It could be
a
breakfast. Exactly. So again, I'm going to use my Instant Pot electric pressure cooker. This is the 3-quart, the baby pot, which I love. Perfect for this recipe. And in it, I have 2 cups of oat milk, unsweetened oat milk. You could use any non-dairy milk you want, but we're using oat milk. In the food processor, I have 3 Envy apples. You guys have to try these apples. Right. These are literally the best apple you've ever tasted. They're called Envy because they're the envy of all other apples. No apple tastes as good as the Envy. They're just different, right?
Oh.
I know. They say at the same time.
They're like sweet and sour at the same time?
They're just so good.
They also have a different texture.
They're very crisp.
Firmer.
It's a cross between a gala and something else, and they're not sold in very many places. They're sold in Trader Joe's now, but they're amazing,
They're
right?
very crisp.
They're
I want to be an Envy apple.
If I was an apple, I'd want to be an Envy for sure. So the reason I'm doing it in the food processor is just because I don't have the best knife skills for a chef. It's just so much easier to just do this. What I'm going to add is 4 cups of cooked rice. Remember, it's got to be cooked.
Okay.
You can cook rice and other grains in the Instant Pot, but for this recipe, it has to be cooked.
Pre-cooked. Gotcha.
So what I did is I just bought the organic rice at Trader Joe's, and I just microwaved it just enough to make 4 cups each. Each of the bags has 2 cups, and a lot of times when I make rice, I just make extra, and I just save 4 cups for this recipe. I'm gonna add a cup of golden raisins. You could get any color raisins, but I think the yellow ones are a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
And I'm going to then add my spices, which I pre-measured out, which I do often because I always make this recipe. And it's basically a tablespoon of apple pie spice. If you don't have apple pie spice, just use cinnamon.
It smells like Thanksgiving.
I know.
That
And
sounds so good.
a quarter teaspoon of cardamom. Really looking to have 4 cups of chopped apples, so sometimes you need less, sometimes you need more.
This apple is addicting.
I know, it's the best apple, seriously,
It
like
gets
I've
better.
ever had.
Wow.
We're gonna just put this in. I think this is plenty sweet. There's no sweetener in here.
Yeah.
If you, when you taste it, you say, you know, I wish it was a little sweeter, what you could do is substitute 1 cup of apple juice for 1 cup of the non-dairy milk tea.
Yeah.
Or you could put some date paste in, but I think with the raisins and the apples, you're gonna find it plenty sweet.
I'm so excited to try this.
So all you do is you put it in the Instant Pot, and you're gonna cook it on high pressure for 5 minutes. So once it came up to pressure, which could take 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how full the unit is, it took 5 minutes to cook, and we let it rest and come down to pressure naturally, or you could release the pressure, and boy, that
smells like pie.
Yeah, it's so good. So
Oh
we're
my
gonna stir it
goodness.
up. Now this will thicken as it cools. So like I said, this could be your breakfast. And it also could be your dessert. Now this is delicious
lunch.
hot, it's delicious cold, and it's delicious at room temperature. You could use pears if you wanted instead of apples.
Ooh. I feel like this would be so good with a little bit of granola on it.
Why
or
not
toasted
for
oats.
crunch? Oh my goodness. If it's not sweet enough, you could put a few dates in there or some date syrup.
This would be my ultimate favorite
Yeah,
breakfast.
you guys
Oh
have this
my
for
God.
breakfast.
That's
Why
plenty
not?
sweet.
You
Wow.
can reheat it every morning. Yeah,
Wow.
it's really sweet with the raisins. Yeah,
Wow.
I actually think that's better than oatmeal.
yeah, I think
Wow.
so too. Rice is nice.
I have lots of energy.
Yeah, carbs are good. It's the fat that makes people fat, not the carbs. And you guys are living examples of
Thank
a
you.
low-fat, plant-based diet.
So are you. Look at
Well,
you.
thank
God,
you.
she's
Aw.
hot. Chef AJ, what are we making next?
All right, so when you guys had me on your show around Christmas, people wanted a cinnamon roll.
Yes! It's our favorite. The best
So
for
we're making
last.
cinnamon rolls, absolutely. So I like to use 2 bananas, but these are small, so we're going to use 3.
3.
Okay.
And I would like them a little riper, but we're going to go with it. So,
Okay.
all
Oh,
right.
look at this one got a brown
They
spot.
smell good.
Smell good.
I know, I just want to eat it, don't you?
I want to eat
So we're just going to put it in the blender with a 1/2 cup of non-dairy milk. In this case,
Ooh.
we are using
Oat
oat
milk.
milk. And these bananas were not as ripe as I like, so I'm going to add a few of these Deglet Nor dates.
Yum.
8 to be exact. And if you don't want to add the dates, it just depends how sweet you want it. We're not using any refined sugar or flour, just whole fruit and whole grains. So I like to get this blended up first because the dates are a little bit harder. So this could be a milkshake.
I was just
Yeah.
A date shake.
literally
Little
thinking that.
ice. This is how you make a date shake. It looks
Yum.
delicious. So now I'm going to add 2 cups of gluten-free oats.
Ooh.
And so here I have 2 tablespoons of baking powder, aluminum-free. I'm using salt-free, but any aluminum-free would be fine. A tablespoon of cinnamon.
Yum.
We're going to put that in there. And 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar.
That seems like an interesting.
Yeah, well, that's how you get like vegan stuff to rise. Is the combination of the baking powder and the apple cider. You can kind of maybe see it's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of starting to
Fizzing.
foam. So now I'm going to blend it up. I'm going to stir in 1/2 cup of raisins.
I love raisins.
This is really thick. That's why we're going to keep it in here because it's like pancake batter.
Ooh, it is.
Wow, so it's
So-
cool that there's no.
It's like cookie
wheat.
batter, kind of.
Yeah. So now I'm using a cookie scoop that holds, I believe, this holds about a 1/4 cup of batter. Important
Can we
that
taste
you-
the batter?
Sure, you can eat the batter. It's
Oh,
not
wow.
super sweet because
No,
we're
I
gonna
like
have,
it.
yeah, but we're gonna have a super sweet frosting. That's why.
I mean, it reminds me of like French toast almost.
Right, right. This
Whoa,
is yeah,
that's good.
pretty cool.
That's
huh?
really sweet for me.
Yeah, it is sweet enough. Now,
Wow.
now here's the thing. It's really important to use the silicone baking pans if you're not using oil, which we
Okay.
don't eat. At least the 3 of us don't eat
Yeah.
because it
Us
will
queens.
stick. Yeah. I've tried making these using the cupcake liners, the papers. It will stick. You will not be able to get the paper off.
What are they?
Use
Silicone? What?
Silicone muffin pans. All the
Okay.
silicone bakeware is fantastic for oil-free cooking and baking, but it really will stick if you don't get this. I promise you. And then you'll be really sad because you'll have this muffin that you'll want to eat, and you won't be able to eat it because
It's
of
not
the
a
paper.
muffin, it's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
You're
Sorry.
blowing our cover. I'm
It's a cinnamon roll. So this usually makes about 10. You can actually use this batter to make pancakes. That's how I got the idea. So we're just going to put it, if you want to open the oven for me, we've preheated it to 350 degrees. And we're going to bake it for exactly 30 minutes.
Okay.
Bake for exactly 30 minutes.
Right, and we're
guys.
going to show you how to frost them.
We took our cinnamon rolls out of the oven after 30 minutes.
30 minutes, right.
And now we let them cool so that we can put the frosting on them, right?
Really important to let them cool because otherwise they won't pop out
Right.
easily. But you
Okay.
can see how easily they pop out.
Oh.
You guys can even pop some out. Now these are very good by themselves. However, many cinnamon rolls, like if you go to Cinnabon, they have frosting. So we're going to make a decadent frosting. So I'm using 2 cups of Hannah yams. These are a little bit different than your traditional orange sweet potatoes, both in flavor and texture. These have sort of a vanilla flavor inherently.
Can we have a taste?
Yeah, you can taste what it tastes like, and then you'll see these are almost sweet enough to not even need any sweetening.
Oh.
These are like the best potatoes. This is what they look
Whoa.
like. They're kind of beige on the outside and white on the inside. They're called the Hannah yam.
Yum.
So you want to roast the potato instead of microwaving or steaming because then it makes it even more sweet. So we're going to put the 2 cups. This is about 16 ounces, but it yields 2 cups of these sweet potatoes after they've been cooked in the food processor fitted with the S blade. I've got a 1/2 cup of our unsweetened oat milk, and now we're going to add some date syrup.
syrup.
It's just dates. There's no sugar.
Can I smell it?
Oh my god, I love this stuff.
Whoa.
So I think it's so much better for you
Holy moly.
and more tasty than using, even maple. Look how thick it is.
Oh my
And
god.
and it's made just from dates.
Looks like chocolate.
I know, and they actually have a chocolate one. Now this is
I wanna
seriously,
drink that.
this is the caramel flavor, but you can get the regular, and if you use my name, Chef AJ, you get a 15% discount. And-
Whoa.
yeah, and I love datelady.com. This stuff, you can put this straight on your pancakes or your
Holy
waffles.
moly.
Uh,
You can put this on your boyfriend?
Absolutely, or the
Whoa.
or the guy that isn't your boyfriend. So there we go. And if you find that this is too sweet, you can use less date syrup. You just need some kind of liquid to get it to blend, or you can use date paste, which is on page 65 of my book, Unprocessed, and in the episode we did before, I believe we showed how to make date paste. So we're just going to puree this all together. We want it thick.
We do like it thick.
You want your frosting like you want your boyfriend's, thick and rich. Right? Right?
Yeah, sure.
So what I'm trying to go for is Cinnabon actually makes a flavor called caramel pecan.
And we want them to taste like us.
Yeah, sweet. And these are sweet, and these are so much better for you than things made with white sugar
Just like
and
us.
white flour.
So much healthier, wholesome.
Yeah.
Wholesome girls.
All right, there we go. I think you guys should try them and see
dude.
how they are.
Oh my
Good,
god.
right?
That was really, really, really good.
Wow.
And it's got like a doughy texture.
Whoa,
Yes, it's
No joke, I like this more than like other cinnamon rolls that I've
it's
had.
really good.
This is
Thank you. But the texture, it's like kind of spongy.
almost banana bready.
Yeah,
but better.
kind of. Yeah. We'll see.
Guys,
A
gotta
plus,
try
you
this.
guys gotta make this. Let us know in the comments if you're making it today.
Mmm.
You guys are so
Always do that.
insane. That's so cute.
Those are all of the recipes. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you want to check out more recipes, where can we find you?
At my website, eatunprocessed.com, or just Google Chef AJ.
And we'll leave it linked in the description as well. Definitely check out all of her recipes.
Thank you so much for
Thank
creating
you
these
guys.
recipes.
I'm so glad you enjoyed everything. Hope you guys enjoy it too.
Yeah, eating healthy and being full of flavor is totally possible. Chef AJ, you know how to do it. Check her out, guys.
And if you guys want any specific recipes that you think Chef AJ should create, let us know in the
Right, 'cause
comments.
this was created because of your comments.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We owe you one. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.
video.
What?
What? See you next video.
Okay.
And
And
we
we'll-
can just leave it like
Yeah.
that. Bye. We're human, guys. We're not perfect.